I am so sorry for the disturbance of the neighbors. They were loud today in the morning, and I had a feeling that this reading could be very important for you, and I will tune out the noises as much as possible and as much as I can. If we'll find some noises into the video, please pardon me for that. I will draw, and I will give some on the side of some messages coming through. I will say it out loud to do, and that's why I was starting to speak, and there was something like "mark my words" on it that came through, and I will concentrate further on drawing. And I'm hearing a huge misconception about something or someone or about yourself. Something that is so indifferent to you that, or you seem to people very indifferent. And ending up situations where you have carried yourself or have carried others through their darkness. I'm hearing it's a very upfront voice to their could be someone's spirit guide as well. Some of you may have passed a test, a spiritual test, or you have ended that bypassing even in a spiritual way. And there's something beautiful coming out of it. Something about you in your sense is so divine, is so unique, and even more you share it with others. And as much as you can, don't feel pressured. That alongside is a message as well. Yeah, you have such a vibration. When we hear the word vibration, it's very sometimes when you hear words, you can feel or sense it with the other senses, and you can describe it and can take it in you. And I mean, in the sense, your vibration, you're just like when you watch a bird flying and you can see yourself in it, and you have such a beautiful quality of yourself. A really beautiful, beautiful quality. So beautiful. And very open and very trustful. I'm hearing trustful. It's time. I think you're opening up even more, but it's time to trust more yourself. And this is this kind of vibration. There's really someone who's like, and I always say it in that kind of way. It's not my saying, or it's not my correct to do, but it's like someone is saying, like, doing that kind of shit. And it's like I'm hearing getting the tongue out, speaking your voice. And I'm hearing for almost all of you are standing in your own narrative. And that's so beautiful. So beautiful what I'm seeing here. And I'm hearing, or what I'm feeling is that it's very refreshing after a long time to feel that vibration of your soul, that nurturing, that who you are and always have been, and really experiencing that and experiencing what you actually are. It could be as well that some of you have cleansed your energetic field and you're radiating. And this is what I meant with really going into that, going inward into your own vibration. And when you hear the word vibration, it's like you can feel like that. I will make it with my hand. That wave and that infinitely ever unfolding. I'm hearing your way or your path or your journey was like a rose. And I'm hearing for a specific reason. It was all for a specific reason, but it doesn't have take away the pain or the loss or whatever you felt was not in alignment with you anymore, and it wants to be acknowledged here. It wants to be not adjusted. There's a message about it. Wants to be like you want to be held and seen. You want to be it's like when you tell someone your story and now someone listen. Finally, someone is coming towards you and just listening to your strength, and you have the inner strength to look at yourself. And there's that song, Everything 11:11, and it's like, look at you now, or I look at her now. It's a very empowering song. It could be that some of you were confronted with racism, or really challenging times where the outlooks, and I mean not just of your, I'm hearing you, of your portfolio as well. It could be as a creative, that how you created things were really not perceived as what it was. But I have a feeling you did your way to go through it and to feel it, and it's like you decided to move with the cosmos and with what divinely is true in this universe. And you know that even, and I have to say it ever myself, or going into that perspective high up, and at the same time allow yourself to be human and to feel all that emotions. And there's a huge salutation in it, and to make it possible for yourself, and that inadequacy that you felt through others. I think you have forgiven it, or you are about to forgive it. Conclusional. Could be as well that some of you have a frequency of other star planets, and it was really difficult to find out something about that, because some of the planets are not well known, and we have here beings on Earth who are just like, I'm hearing, like undiscovered, and your vibration is so unique, and especially if you are multi-dimensional, we have so many souls who are experiencing themselves. I mean, we all do, but at the same time, and have made the choice to bring so many parts of them here on Earth. Yeah, there's a lot of love around you. You have so much light around you, and you've brought it with you, just like you do it just for okay. So interesting. I choose the colors very intuitively, and you could say the colors are used very from the soul plane, you could say that. And but the colors we have in the soul area are so, some of them are not just, we cannot figure them out here with our human eyes, because they're so different. And I think by myself, in art therapy, it's so interesting how many people, or how many, that everyone could use so many different, from not just their perspectives, but from a receptivity, what they perceive. Through their lens, and that's very practically. And I'm hearing you have a huge determination for your soul, a big heart, and kindness plays a big role, and you're allowed to just sit back and just give yourself some grace, some moments of bliss. I'm hearing, for some of you, I have to say, the darkness will fade away with every breath you do. Not many, because it could be that you will step into that, what I was telling you, sharing with you. Some of you, I'm hearing, are really connected to the water element, or will have to change. There's something, it doesn't have to be that you will move to the ocean. There's somewhere that you will find out something about you, and it will help you a lot. And I'm hearing I was getting that message earlier as well, that your throat chakra has to be, the ocean, it's like really turquoisey. I'm hearing lightens up the room, that your light, there's a big message for that group, or for that pile, that you make life choices, or your choices you now experiencing, and you give yourself not just a chance, but have developed an inner feeling of clarity about your own needs and what's really important for you and where you have to move. And so in that way you will make a choice to move further along or to move away. So the pencil, this one, how do you call that, was just dropping right out in front of the window, and I was getting a message while I was doing it. The dust will just be in time, will just be carried, or will be carried away. And why am I saying that, or why am I doing that? So again, there's coming that message. Some of you may have, it's like you've had a huge kind of loss, and now you are able to register it, or to be aware, or to process it. And it's not, and there's a message in it, well, it's not going back, or it's like it's just processing your emotions. So it's not a heavy purge out, or I feel that with your strange and you're going through, some of you will define, and this is relocating to that, mark my words, is that you will define a new way of healing, and you will give it privately to your family, or you will, I'm hearing stepping, you have, in that moment you have transformed, you have stepped into your light, and you will pass it down to so many people. alongside, who are with you, star. There's something with star races and bringing that frequency down. I'm hearing star childs as well. I love that so much. So, yeah, coming to a finalization of your picture. So, yeah, there's so much. I'm hearing a big Venusian soul, or it could be a planet like Venus. And drinking water could be very important for you. And remember, playing a big role in the big picture doesn't mean that you conquer the biggest quest or so, as it seems like on the outside world. Sometimes it is just something like doing what you do in your everyday, like being nice or kind or gentle, just gentle for yourself. And then in that way, you have been gentle with yourself. You send out a different kind of frequency. And I'm hearing you have a different, a huge talent for sharing your skills, being selling yourselves, sharing, maybe something about Sarah or Sarah through storing, raising, selling your Sally. Oh, this reminds me of something. Okay, there's a blogger. She's it's Tina Cohen, and she is a sister, Sally, and she's both are great surfers, and they are those kinds of sisters are really, I would say, from my perspective, or what very different. But Tina Cohen is very, you could say loud, in a really positive. She expresses her way so much, but you could see in a video she was like, where she was doing an interview for her fashion line. I think it's Aokai Swim, and it's so beautiful. And I'm telling you that because I'm feeling like you could be as well selling your gifts or something you create, or you have a strength to sell something to. I'm hearing like an accountant in a way as well. And wow, you have such doing things, you just start and then it's something unique. But I have a feeling that if you and again, the throat is like, but it could be as well as picking up about your voice. And yeah, that reminds me where I was talking about Tina, because she was doing an interview. Both are located in Hawaii, and she was like looking at her own interview and was like, oh my god, maybe I was too loud, too nosy, too much myself. But when I was looking and I was seeing it from my perspective, she was like so beautiful, and all she's like, so her arrangements of her videos are really, it's like when you, and I remembered from another topic that fear of failure or doing your best, and it's like in those moments when you see someone is giving you really like their best, and you want to just say, to give them a hug and say, it's so great how you do that, and really, because sometimes that kind of, and I'm feeling this with you as well, that like such things like overdoing because of feeling inadequate, or and we said that with the vibrations, because it's like now it's gone, and now it's like you have a right maintenance of your energetic field, and yeah, leaving no breadcrumbs for yourself. Yeah, Tina and Sally, they are different or opposites, but I'm feeling like now acknowledging yourself being different or in your authenticity is just the right way all along, and it has been in that way. And yeah, it's like someone saying Mama Bear wants to give you a huge hug, big hug, because you're doing so well. Could be that some of you are, and that's why, because the term Mama Bear is like are walking your path for a bit of a time or quite a time alone. And yeah, know that you are embraced and here even more. Yeah. And there's a message with okay swim. You could really do your own. It's like coming is like in a professional way, say you are doing your own branding, or you are just like your own yeah, you are now it's like your own note is singing in the universe, and all the disapproval I'm hearing 555 or seeing has gone. And there's something about with sexuality or sensuality. Being open for it now. It could be that some of you were asking, so maybe in the love department, you are asking yourself, how could you, because I'm seeing a lot of green energy, and it's in the moment you just, yeah, your energetic field had to be raised, had to be cleared. And as I said, for some of you, you are going through that process, but I'm feeling like it's not as much, it's all done. And it's even furthermore than the moment or point where you feel open. It's a step more, or 2-3 steps more, like opening. It's like realizing and feeling you're blooming. And this, in a way, I'm hearing you have bloomed all the way. Yeah. So beautiful. How you have grown. And I have to give another message. Maybe it's a final message. It's your difference is your big significance. Yeah. I think I'm ready, and I will now move further to the next group pile. Yeah, enchantingly beautiful. Thank you for going on the journey with me, and I'm sending you a big hug, love, joy, and yeah, and I myself will congratulate you to being that source of joy for yourself, because that is sometimes not just the step, it can be a huge, big transformational process, and all that was maybe wanted to or tried to hinder you, you have overcome it. And yeah, cap, it was a cap. And I feel like some of you just like maybe sitting or on a bench outside and enjoying nature and having a big smile. I have a big smile, and thank you all along. Your solar angel. And I think it's more joy. Lovey. Ocean full of love. See you next time. Bye. So what is coming through is a very soft, like very Mother Mary, like very fairy-like energy, really softly. But I'm feeling two energies are here blended together. I had this in another pile that some of you are sometimes maybe seen as strange, but I would never display that by myself. Really beautiful, sensitive, soft pastel-y. Someone is here taking care here as well, but is taking part who have never received or come along those kind of your energy, but it makes him or her really like feeling so, yeah. I feel it's sometimes you say he was like a big wave in a way, like you were experiencing your first meeting like a big wave, like something so refreshingly, and with your energy it's like it's so new to the person who's taking part here, in its own way. You have your own language. Yeah, now I know why I draw that. I feels like really like manga-esque, that Japanese comic style. Because you have so many colors, you have so many soft colors around you, and when someone wants to meet you, you have to take time. You have to really indulge in that, and at the same time, there's big. It could be a protective shield, but a big. Oh, that's so beautiful, because you have both energies that are I'm hearing find in different landscapes. Here's someone who's really, really, really happy. Someone who's who could blush all along, even if it's, I don't want to say even, I said that, but I want to correct myself, because it should be, generally, it should be under. I think you allow with your energy to soften persons or characters, the people around you, to soften themselves to themselves, and to give their inner child, their inner most, yeah, that's what makes you so complementary. But I'm receiving it again. There's a huge with your soul. There's a huge. Not everyone will or can. I don't want to say can, but yeah, is allowed, because there's could be a frequency, like you have to be strong. You have to be strong in that case, where you can allow that kind of vulnerability in. And for some it will open up. It's like yeah, it will make. I think your marvelous and magical thing about you is that we have that term saying cracking the heart open, but with your energy it's flooding in a really sensitive way, and I think people love that about you. It could be that past experiences were like wearing two. I'm hearing wearing two different kinds of shows with you, because they wanted to be held and nurtured, but they couldn't hold your frequency. they couldn't do that. It's so beautiful. I think for the very first time you will recognize yourself in a way where you see that your energy, and as it is not just being seen, it's holds, or it's gives you the experience in that it makes a true difference, and it rebalances a lot of energies, and I'm feeling like heavy energies in this world, and recollects, transforms, and that's why, because it's a huge energetically, and I'm hearing drainage or drainage. This is the kind of protection, and yeah, people were allowed to stay, and this is the kind of way I'm feeling. It's like people were allowed to stay in your energetically field, who really MC 33 and the number 40 have or had to before coming into your field, or maybe they're by themselves really sensitive souls, and as well, it could be as well that they learn. And it's interesting, do you see how the persons are coming even more together, even, more in the contrast of the colors, with every color, with every step, the true self will come out. And that's why when someone has no good intentions, his true colors will come out. And to suspense that, you have to, your spirit guides are on that. There's no irritation, but as well there's no kind of discussion. It's or that kind of fatigue or has ended. This could be his message as well. It's like on point. No, it's not allowed to do that. Recycle. But I want to focus even more on that, what's given through your energy. It's interesting. It's kind of a way, and I feel your spirit guides as well. They are pointing out directly, focused, but as well I'm feeling that it could be Mother Mary as well. But it's like silently understood and known and received. Yeah, it's like God, Goddess, themselves has made this decision, and this decision is not, or even Justitia, is not something that can be discussed with. So I think when you came into Earth, there was that kind of measurements even about it. Was like, okay, who will guide that soul? I would do it, but not everyone could do that. Not everyone would be, I mean, this is now very metaphorical spoken. It could be that it was like that, yeah. And I'm seeing goddess energy, a huge goddess energy. Because you're invoking with goddess energy, there's such kind, if you are coming about, conquer, no, not conquer, if you are coming across the true goddess energy, and it's interesting because now I have the feeling I will take a sip. Some of you could feel pressured to do something, but you don't have to. that some more woo, it's interesting because I feeling, and I was like feeling a really like, when I was talking about the goddess, like I really like not burdened or heavy energy, and then now it was like opening up, it was like lifted up. And it could be that some of you experience attacks, spiritual attacks, heavy attacks, but you are just like, I hope if some of you want to let me know if you want to more resources or skills you can about spiritual protection. But I have the feeling that some of you have, yeah, it's like with a message, God, Goddess will just uplift up you, and as well could be you can always ask God, Goddess for grace, for you can always ask for being uplifted from those kind of opposing energies. It's in the moment I'm drawing now, I'm really careful. It could be as well that this person who's coming across, and as soon as he or she or them enters your energetic field, who's really, I'm hearing he's really, or in the other ways of different individual expressions will be, you will be very indulged. I'm hearing seducing as well. Have to be careful now because I'm getting messages with that energetic. It could be as well that people want to know you, wants to be with you easily. It could be that this person knows that, or will because this person will give you something. At first I was with those both hands. I hope you can see it. It's like you're creating something together, and it's at first, because I've seen before it a picture like that, and it was more about like a protecting, like someone, like when you see a couple and the male figure is protecting, but here was like guided to like that inner light that is shining out. Yeah. Now I'm getting the message. It was like, woo. It's about your inner light, and because it's so, I think that for that person, it could be like a fairy tale, like magic, or magic, like a fairy tale. Let us say, or like a legendary, or that like so, because maybe afterwards, or processing your meeting, I'm hearing complementary, your energies are really complementary. There's a word, now I have a celebration, your coming together, you could say. He will, or she will, or them will reflect like, okay, that was not usual. Not everyone is allowed to come across this person, and even more, even on a wider landscape, even if that person will go, move further with you, he will, or she will, or them will acknowledge that, or will understand, there's an understanding with getting to know you even more every day, why maybe you live like that way, or why you are such, in a way, and at the same time, why he is, or she or them are as drawn as he is to you, or she or them. But then at the same time, there will be an understanding of how maybe your biogeography or how you, because I have a feeling that with that energy you are carrying, it's for you it's easy and that lightful, but I'm hearing tuning out all distractions, tuning out all what is not soothing you. And we all know that with self-care and doing all those kind of techniques. I hope you can see it while I'm drawing it, refocusing the camera. Because I'm getting a huge, a different kind of perspective in the most beautiful way. And simply said, it could be that this person was sent by heaven. And I was hearing today, was in the morning, a match made in heaven. So, and as we know, everything starts as above, so below. Yeah, soul recognition. So beautiful. And I'm feeling, for some of you, for the first time, or you would trust that person unconditionally. I'm feeling the view that you are that really soft and an integral part of my life. This person will be an integral part of my life. Standing strong. And it's interesting because I feel that at the very first time your energy is in the foreground and very delicately, and we see not so much from that person, not in that moment, but I'm feeling and I'm hearing a huge armor, a huge love for something, and he can really, I'm hearing dysregulate. I mean, he, she, or them could really like, could practically said doing all that organizational stuff, and every day it's like he's holding up his, it's like really like a knight, his sword. I'm feeling like even more Scottish. He's beautiful, or she. I think it's a very masculine energy, but it could be as well, yeah. There's something, even if it seems like you were on different landscapes, routes in your life, it's not that different. Maybe for the outside, yeah, you could say outside. And now again, I'm hearing the term, I used it in the equinox message, equilibrium. There's a huge equilibrium between those two of you. I want to be really careful how I move further. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling from your person. It's even that someone asks how you're, it's like maybe the person is acknowledging what you are doing, and it's really I'm hearing like it has a healing effect in a way that this person is registering how you walk, talk, how you carry some behaviors, how you acknowledge yourself. Yeah, I'm seeing like this beautiful, and I'm hearing butterfly, fairy, butterfly, that all what you do, and as you, yeah, that's it. How you ground your energy, because I'm seeing there could be a facet in the other person that he have felt that kind of way too, because there's a fear of resonance as well, and I'm feeling like some of you could, yeah, he's just taking care of you and taking all that. I'm hearing like sad times or so. It's like, it's the first time, it's like when you experience, or you have in a really much heavier way, you could say you have experienced trauma. But then I had that experience actually, that like that what I was experiencing was, it's like when you do something, you have an intuitive fit and you just do it intuitively, but then you process it through your brain, you could say, how it is stands in a relationship. And I've used the example of trauma because here it's very, yeah, I think he brings out some colors in you, will help you to I think he will support you without changing what you are, and this is so beautiful. Sorry. Yeah, and it could be as well that some things like you have maybe forgotten about yourself. Yeah, I don't want you to draw so much more. Do you have that? I don't know if maybe if you are drawing, I think those of you who are drawn to my channel are maybe or are really creative by themselves. And did you know, right? Did you experience? You can talk in the description about that or share it with me. If you draw a picture and you sometimes you use all those kind of colors and then you use just one palette color and it's like changing everything. So yeah, I'm feeling that while I'm talking, I'm telling you this, is that this person knows that if it be, it's like it's interesting through his through his honor. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot, a huge masculine energy. I have to say that again. Someone is protective, and I'm feeling it's the first time you feel that yeah, being loved is the way you are. That's the thing. Yeah. Here I was like, but now with the rosy color. It's when someone would enter your field and he does not acknowledge it, then their spirit guides would say you have to learn that to be with yeah, to be with him, to be with her, to be with them. You have to learn that. That's like a skill. You have like a soul lesson. So beautiful. You have a really like, and every kind of mistrustful energies, or it could be sometime through all that, because I'm seeing now some yeah, hardships or feeling or getting or receiving feelings of being displaced or being not in the right place, or because I want to get out the message that wherever you are, in whichever room you will enter, you are there for a reason. And sometimes you teach people something, and just because some have not experienced that kind of energy does not mean that you are displaced. And everything you do and share is really frugal, and yeah, there's something about the sacral chakra that you are allowed to live your life. And I know that by myself, that with all this spiritual techniques, living and experiencing yourself and yeah, being blissful. Maybe there was, or there is a lesson of what you can learn is really like giving yourself that kind of permission to giving yourself a sweet spot in your own heart for that acknowledgement, how you carry yourself with that beautiful energy. Yeah, I'm hearing there's a huge transformation ahead, but it has to do with the person. It's not yeah, dancing. It's like when you're dancing with the dark, but you actually know that you were the light who was moving that darkness into a way where it finds its resolution. And I have a feeling that this person will not allow it comes, has entered or will enter your life to giving you yeah, to hold, giving you that space. It's interesting because I'm seeing energetically how you are coming together, and there's no separation anymore. It's like that, easy, smoothly, nourishingly. Yeah, you can nourish yourself at those times. And I'm seeing, yeah, it's like now I'm at a California beach. It's like you're standing at that ocean and you feel just that it's for the nervous system. It's great. You feel like that that hard, seemingly hard waves, but it's soothing. It's helping. It's nurturing. It's all over. I'm feeling that you are you have a dream, something you want to do, and now you have to reach. Yeah, your dreams are now for you. It's time for your dreams to be lived, and at the current time, living just. I was reading that sentence that while you are waiting for getting the results of your choices of your past, or in, yeah, not past, and choices you made before, you can I'm hearing better your hand curves. You can I don't want to say better yourself, because you are perfectly, quietly fine, and I want to underline that, yes, where you can bringing you into that experience where you can experience your own true nature again and again. And I'm feeling like you're so connected with everything, and I'm hearing like yeah, that was meant with the sweet spot for yourself. Could be that some of you have freckles. It's easy, it's so easy with you to be fragile. And now I'm guided how interestingly sometimes it can be how what and which things are determining us, I just have the like imprinting or like have a meaning for us where others don't have, and have a there's an allowance with your energy. You are allowed to be or you can allow yourself to be inspired is not the right word. It's allowed to be I think the person has a really good, as well as an innocence, but has a way of carrying themselves or himself or herself that he or she or them is helping you to acknowledging and to experiencing that it's good to be touched, to be felt, and to be in a, it can feel good to feel another one's energy. Or someone's energy. Because I was getting before that, and I know that by myself, that you can easily live your life without having that kind of protection in your mind, or having to be careful, or having there were people around you who are careful with you, and it's like their innermost priority being prioritized first and foremost. Yeah, a really loving energy. And here I think it's matched and beautifully. You are so beautiful. I really I have to say that I had this in the first group as well, while I was concluding it, and there's something with beauty today, something that wants to be, that has to be speaking about, So I think I'm ready. And I hope you like that kind of reading. Some finishes. Oh, you're so beautiful. I love that. It's like, ooh. Yeah. And be remembered the colors. It's not like, because here it's this whole color palette, you can say, because in other realms we have so many different colors who are not matched here on Earth. Like it's not normal that dolphins are gray. I've seen yesterday a reel that was shared where dolphins actually are pink, or can be, bluish, but in that reel it was pinkish. That is more than natural. And in case as well, that's a perfect example for how nature is treated on that planet, and how we as human being here on Earth or race can take responsibility. I have a feeling that you take responsibility, and as well be remembered taking care of yourself as well. Great. I have a feeling that's something, because what I'm seeing now is here that you will out of your both energies, something will be created out of it. I mean, it was, I think, from the beginning there, but even more finalizing your image. Yeah, you can see it here. Oh, that's so beautiful. So, this was a message from the solar angel for the solar angels. Being lunar, it means very intuitive. And I'm hearing a fragrance. Your word is a fragrance. Which color will I choose? Okay, try that out. Making some outlines and sometimes it's so interesting because I have a feeling like, oh, I could use that color. Yeah. Or shall I? Even like, yeah, how you appear is a magical momentum in itself. And I'm hearing for some of you, don't share your appearance just because some have opinions about that. Yeah, and you're really connected to the moon and the moon cycles. Oh, I love that. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Thank you that you let your heart fly and let me read for you. And thank you. I can't just say thank you because being present for someone like you, it's like opening up to the most innermost forces in this universe. And yeah, thank you. I wish you a big, beautiful experience, like ray of sunshine as you are, and I wish you a huge I want to say hug. I want to yeah, I wish you, as all the drops in the ocean who we are, I wish you that you experience your life as beautiful as the frequency you bring here on earth. So thank you. Bye. I'm hearing you have talent beyond measure. The very first word I said while I was doing a little, like a 5-minute break between those piles, I was hearing that jaguar, like the word Jaguar, and now I'm hearing behind that moving yours. So you have a huge, I'm hearing a different kind of energy, like how you move, how you carry, how you live. It's very unique. You could be very artistic, but doesn't have to be. It's like dancing to your own drum. Yeah. Someone could said something harsh to you, maybe before you started that reading, or in the yeah, there's something that wants to be remembered. You're so beautiful. You're even more beautiful, even when you don't know it. There's a person who will always lift you up, but I'm feeling here, it's more about you. And I'm hearing being challenged with different ranges of emotions of other people. If someone would try to describe you, it would not easy for them, because they cannot define who you are, and they cannot make I'm hearing making it it could be that in some cases you have a long-term friend, and it's so interesting. When I'm speaking with the other parts, it was different. It's like I have to step out of my own perspective. I have to change it. I have to if I really want to try, or if I really want to meet you where you are, I have to it's like I have to forget what I have known about what I've ever experienced before, but in the most beautiful way. And I'm feeling like what you do and whatever it is, it's all for a higher reason. And for some of you who are maybe younger, don't rush it. Don't rush your school time. Don't rush or let yourself be rushed. Don't allow those kind of rules or narratives to mess up your energy or mess up your yeah. And I'm hearing this huge prologue with it, where you are coming from, and everyone, it's like when you inspire through your experience, through your sharing for your story. I'm not pretty sure if you would tell it right away. I don't think so. I think that or maybe you were not that much of a talker, being photographer, but doesn't have to. It was like the word when I said not much of a talker. I don't know why. It's like the rhythm of the words, letters were coming out like that. You could be someone who has traveled a lot. Ooh. Different spaces. You were what's easy for you, what I'm feeling, is that you can in the most outermost, or in that it's like that stepping outside of your own frame. It's like, because I feel like either you have traveled a lot, so it's not, I don't feel that you change your perspective or your opinion or your it's not that case. It's more that you can, yeah, I'm hearing shape-shifting. You make a lot of much more sense in a way where it's not asked to be very logical or like in the abstract, not astral. Astral could be as well, but in the abstract real cases, or I'm hearing harder to, and I'm feeling like it's a paradox, because what you do, you really like, and when I say abstract or not, yeah, logical, abstract realms, where you don't have the feeling that you have to narrate your intentions, because you feel and the divine sees that your intentions are very pure. And there's a song, I think it's Pure Heart with Body Surfing. It's a song on the ukulele, you could say. And you have a very tranquil space where you measure your it's like, I want to come back to the song, because the song it's played on the ukulele, and yeah, this is what you do. You are you're here for it when it comes to just I think for you it's at the same time easy for you to excuse yourself, but in another way it's easy for you to yeah, to say, okay, I've made a failure, or I have made a mistake, and you are really, you know, when it's time for you to say, okay, I did that, or to start again. I think yeah, reframing to I think not everyone, there's some things about like limiting beliefs or structures. It's like for you, it's like you are rewinding very easy. You have an effect of being confrontal in a way where you are not confronting. You just, it's like when someone's stating facts, and this can be perceived really harsh, but it's never meant to be harsh. But it can, how the audience or the viewer could perceive it, and like with the communication theories, and I think Watzlawick said that you have different ears. So yeah, hearing with all who we are, how we have grown up, how our perception was built, rebuilt, created through our parents, through our. But I'm getting you have a strong energy. You have a really strong energy. And it's interesting because I'm seeing not directly a gender. It could be that you have feminine, and you are really like, you. At first I thought like it was more like teenage young adults, and as well when I would say more darker complexion, but it's not so defined. This is, yeah, the definition. Who says and who marks the definition of you? It's like you are confronting others with this question. It's so interesting, because it can, I think, if someone is along the way, it can be a lot of fun with you. In the song Body Surfing, it's actually like, I think it's not an easy one if you would try to play it. It's like God has sent you here and said, okay, you would do that. And you were like, okay, and you do it so well, so greatly, but no one really is like, it could be that some of you are or some of you, there are people around you who want to understand how you do it, how you do your things. So interesting, because I have to really, really careful. How I arrange the colors, so different from all the other piles. It's like the picture is not okay. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. There's something unseen, and I felt that with woo. With woo. I felt that there's another person, something is appearing, and the whole picture was not given. Sometimes it can be as well that okay, it could be a spirit guide as well. It's so interesting. I'm so I hope this picture will make sense afterwards. Now I'm hearing from Beyonce, I was here. Yeah, there's something with your soul mission, and it could be as well that some information, and just like picture it here. Now I'm giving so much support, some support from the I'm feeling in the collective energy that some people could arrive or could be showing up. I mean, astrology-wise, Venus is direct, and it's no wonder that new people will meeting each other or will receive each other. I'm hearing bonding new. Okay, this is so interesting. Now it's look like really casually, yeah. Oh, I'm getting a message that someone will find. Oh God, someone will find finally his own, also his true. Also, yeah, it's like coming across someone who is really like can match your match you in all different kinds of ways, shape, form. Now I know why it was like, because do you see like the outlines, and here's the other person? It could be as well, but I don't feel it like really, because with the pink it's like, oh, because I was feeling, and that was why I was awing, was you had a huge longing to a huge longing to find that, or to experience that kind of soul love. Could be as well that some strange appearances were not appearance or events, like events are like unlogically led to, or both of you together. I experienced that by myself last week, and it was a reason why I had to, like my way was like, wow. It's like it could be as well for yourself that you get with the person even, it's so interesting because maybe you've watched part number 2 as well, and I'm now defending the other person. You could cross-read because the other person here is really pinkish and it reminds me a lot of pile number 2. And it's like your outlines, and that what it's now like more your outlined what you are, and you sense that this person will come across you, will finally helping you to, there's something in you that maybe it could be that someone has met that, but it was like someone who have grown up with. Yeah. I'm hearing a huge fascination. Okay. I mean, again, I'm I'm processing. I'm like guided to that like huge sense of and I'm hearing being bewildered or having all that. It's like your heart always knew that there's someone outside or someone is or something, and you've walked your path through all the disapproval, and you never, and I have to say that again, you never make a noise about it. You never, with all the judgment, and now I'm taking back to for Haley, or the Haley Angel is she's like singing about that when she's singing like black girl, and she's like how she's a singer and artist and actress who performed Ariel. And I know by myself because I experienced that when there was a discussion that Ariel should have another skin color. I was confronted, or I was in a situation where another person was like stating that's not okay. I was growing up with a white mermaid, and I think she's so beautiful. She fits her so perfectly, and I have a feeling that's always like, and I had the feeling when I was coming across the actress was Haley. She had that dream, and that inspired me a lot of that, knowing that not just that you won, but there was that being so bold and brave, and as a young soul to just have that unique dream, and realizing it was all of her talents, and this is for what I've seen her. And then I was in that talk you could not say, and and I was talking to the person and said that this kind of expression, or how it's like when you I mean, the person who said that she had a lot of in a way she indirectly disapproved myself as well, as I individually expressed myself. Or she said it's like it's like she used information that could to expose that, but then isn't, I think, like let it like being, and this is what I did, not just in that talk, but being confronted a lot with that person was like just staying in my because finally that person who said that about the actress, and like, oh no, that's not okay, or was lamenting about, she couldn't stand that there could be another yeah, another way of something beautiful. It's like stopping creativity. And I'm feeling with you that I don't think that you have ever that's yourself being stopped by that. But, and like Haley did that, you feel, and you feel the difference. You feel that, yeah, racism, you feel the outlines, you feel the, and it has to be pointed out like that. It has to be when it's experienced and acknowledged. And I think there's huge, that this person here, the pinkish one, is doing it in a way like, maybe you're not speaking about that, maybe you're not pointing it out, maybe it's not coming up like in that talk, like that was that. And the feeling what I have is like, let it be just in that, but in the way like being strong in your essence, strong in your, I have a feeling that you have built up a huge capacity doing those kind of things like I have referred to in the beginning of the reading. Yeah. And there's something about your own expression, how you create, I'm hearing create art, and I'm guided to those both colors. It's it's mint macaron and human. Yeah, there was something about when I thinking about macaron, I was working at a chocolate shop who was selling, they were selling chocolate and macarons as well. And I was getting this message. It was a little self-care message, but I have a feeling I have to give it to you here as well, that like nourishing yourself, maybe you have nourished yourself all around like food. And it's like, it's giving you some creativity or some creative expression with food. I love food. Food is like, you can do that, and it's like because you share something. And I think in a way you are a person who is challenged, and it's like you're just doing it so easily. You choose for what's best for the all, for the big picture, for the great thing, than to react to a statement like that, or to to let yourself. So there's you would never just like let that sink in deeply, but it doesn't mean that, or it's like maybe you feel it sinking in. And I have to say, it could be, I don't want to hold it back, but it sounds a little like scorpionic. It's like when you have like that huge capacity to feel individually, but then in a way, like when we come to because the Scorpio is connected to the eagle or hawk, it's like when you choose, and with hawk, to connect it to a greater vision, to an idea, to an expression, and then you express that, rather than connect to someone who just assumes something about you, and and don't let it your way. It's like you don't let yourself be hindered through being psychologized. That makes sense. Yeah, and that made you to create whatever you want. It's like you have learned easily that you can create whatever you want. Just like you just go. And now I'm so happy because now it's like I'm speaking, I'm just using some colors here and there, and the picture makes. Could it be that you don't feel sometimes you make sense for yourself in your own unique essence? Because what I'm feeling here, that this person, and she could, or I'm feeling a really like divine feminine energy, that she has that turquoise. It's like she could express things that you would never open up to, or there's no, because it could be as well that sometimes it's like rationalizing something inner worldly that takes place in your inner world, And you would never have thought that to look at it, because it's really different. It's like, yeah, it's interesting. The more I, and I'm like, yeah, the more I talk about your inner perspective, the more in German we say Schraffuren, she takes more contrast, or she is, I would call her she now. Don't be discouraged or so. It's an individual with a huge, yeah, pastel-y, softy, in the big, greatest way, energy. You would never, and I'm feeling like it's like giving you vitalization. It's giving you something that, it's like when you know that this is possible, or there's something with that. Maybe you can spiritually, you can easily open up to, but experience sometimes it's not limiting that you limit yourself, but you have to choose something, and through that being it's in the King of Swords energy. The King of Swords is someone who is really like, or the Queen of Swords. Yeah, the Queen of Swords even more. It's like you are doing what's this person. She's really like glowing. Maybe you are experiencing for the very first time being you're held, being that you are carried as well. Maybe you carry others' energies. That sounds so like if I would say that, it's like there's something, yeah. Again, I'm feeling that you've waited for her so long. It's something you would maybe not say or state, not in the very first moments, but you would not. It could be as well that your energies, because I'm feeling it with this person as well, that there are. I'm sorry when my tongue is like mumbling some sounds. When I stop speaking, please pardon me, because I have to. Then I'm just switching into drawing mode, and if the sentence, I hope it makes sense for you in the best possible way. I have a feeling that for some of you, this could be the very first tarot reading in this pile, and yeah, thank you that you let me read for you. I hope it's a great, and I set the intention that this will be a great eye-opening experience to, yeah. It's like you learn something about you. Now I'm hearing alchemization. I think this is what you're doing, but you never have come across that kind of... there's something about you, and this is what... But now I'm more serious. You have to take care about yourself, your own needs, and you have to take care about how you nurture, yeah, what fills you, because it could be I'm hearing an energy disposal or something like... this person could teach you that, but you have to learn that concept, what gives you concept that what you let in and that it's I'm hearing it could contradicting your own energetic field, movement and momentum, and I have a big feeling that this person is helping you with that, but for you as well, that you are allowed to give yourself the momentum where you experience nourishment by someone others or by the right things. Whatever work you are doing, it's important for you to be sometimes, I don't think it's being apart from something or from your, it's like being happy in silence, but sometimes you can be so happy if you're with so many people around you. Because I'm sensing this energy, or you could say her, and she's sensing something like I'm sensing like a worry or something like there's something what you don't see about yourself, about how you are maybe, or it's so hard because I'm like, ugh. And I'm not pretty sure if someone said that to you or someone's really like, they would not say that because they would not, I'm hearing quantify, they would not, it's like choosing the people around you, but they would not, maybe they would want to speak up because maybe it's not consciously that people around you doing that, but I have a feeling that your energy is really soothing. It's really like giving, yeah. We have the concept of the giver and the receiver, and as we all receive and give with the higher consciousness, with our higher selves, we doing that, it's interesting because I came across about that saying how we project our own kind of relationship with the how we were taught in that human experiences, and I think Kino Toro said that in a reading, where you project how we experience relationship and relationship in general, and we project that on that guide's higher self here as well. And it was in a way where it was like, you don't have approval for what it feels good, and in relation to that reading, to that picture I'm drawing now, it's like all that self-care, like you are allowed to say no, you are allowed to set boundaries, and there's heavy energy coming through it, or it's not a heavy energy, it's like it's a message that has to be said. I've said out now that you are allowed to say stop, say no, to set boundaries, to rebuild yourself on your own terms. You're allowed to, you don't have to give to receive love, you don't have to, there's a huge like, I don't think, maybe you are working with a huge community or you are used to it, but you are allowed to, there's the reason, I'm hearing that's the reason for it, because of your, it's your own energetic field, but it's like, sometimes it can cloud yourself, your perspective or your view, and when I said maybe there are persons or individuals around you who want to, they're seeing you like the nectar, and we're talking in the yogic traditions about the ambrosial nectar. This is the divinely guided nectar. We receive invite in our life, in our bodies, through practicing in the early mornings or after waking up. And some people who are not connecting with themselves, who choose to be, and I don't mean that when someone is not authentically themselves, I mean when they energetically are choosing to let it it's a term of energetically vampires, when you choose to, when you see like the energy but you choose it for your own reasons, but actually you would know, it could be that people around you who see the beauty of you, and that's why it's more difficult to say that, because you can choose if you see that, and I don't think that ever that someone would say you need protection. Like, no one would ever, because you give that. You have the skill to do that. In whichever way you do that, it could be energetically, to your soothing energy, but something is here what wants to, it's interesting because I'm not drawing anymore. When you don't do that, your creativity could be blocked, or you experience like, okay, today I cannot draw. Maybe you are creative, or maybe, oh, I'm a slow, and you would say, okay, maybe I'm ill, or something is with your health, and it's energetically, it's astrally. And for those of you who are coming the very first time on that reading, is we have our bodies with all what we see here. We have actually even more, because we are connected, and I think you know that on a subconscious level, and you know that, I think you know all that, but it's like it has to be coming into the presence of your consciousness. It's like you're focusing, you're more on like people who say, okay, I'm spiritual, this is my focus, this is my lens, like when you have a camera. I hope I give you the right examples. Another reason why I was a little bit holding back, or not to want to dive deep. I'm feeling like I show you this stone in this color. It's light orange. Because I was feeling like connecting to something personal, and as a tarot reader I want to be impersonal, and here was a huge balance, and I have a feeling that it's not directly an example of mine, but what I'm feeling, it's really like soothe yourself words. It's like coming to the point where you can make yourself and your energetic field clear. It's like sitting, it could be everything. Sometimes the most spiritual things are not claimed like this, and it could be like, yesterday I was seeing someone is cycling, and be aware, as a cyclist, be aware of where do you, that is what I experienced by myself, so now I can, where do you connect with yourself, and where do you let all the things you have done before who were really good, and I'm hearing tasteful, who were really good for you, where do you let that go? And this is, it's like an energetically imbalance. It's you create an imbalance, but you not knowing that, because there's another party in a way. Like, it could be a person, but it doesn't have to be. It could be, I'm hearing investment. It could be like something that is out of control, out of your control. It's something like an institution, something like a situation, but when you and sometimes, and this is why the term energetic vampires, where you're restricted from what will regain, or where you can regain balance, like when you do your hobbies, you feel your joy, your experience of joy, and I'm hearing you have a huge energetic field, so it would not seen, or it would not on the outer world, it would not appear solely or strongly, because you balance a lot of, I mean, this is what you do. It would not be shown, yeah, shown is the right word. It would be so fast, because I think those who are prone to your energy, and there's a moment, and I'm hearing you have a moment, you can create strength, but it's very, visible, or it's, it could be a huge mental capacity as well, with your sheer willpower. But there's that moment when you feel like, and you have to make a difference here between when you experience love. Is it romantic love? Is it lust? Is it and now I can just speak from my experiences, or what I've been, and I'm feeling like when I'm just like, if you would like being conscious with that, you feel weak or shaky, and something is provided or supporting you to not do that. Something is carrying you. And I think this is a momentum when you feel that true love, that's really like coming towards you. It's not the most easy message giving in. Yeah. I had in a strong contrast, I had that but someone is asking you, are you okay? Or it's like when your frequency or your voice will calm down. And there's something within the energetics. You have to be alert what is calming you down. So when you sit, and I want to give you a constructive help, or I don't want to give an advice, because you in your own energetic field, you know what's going on, but allowing yourself to take a moment, maybe making your a cup of whatever you like, you prefer. And this is the thing, what do you like, what do you prefer, that's it. What is in the now, what you really do? There's this question you could ask yourself throughout the day, like, okay, how does it feel? And it doesn't have to take, like, you sitting, like, when you do something really, I'm seeing something like organizing, and so like doing something really profoundly connecting to yourself. And yeah, it's right, when you feel okay, it's like when you have a contract, you are coming together with someone, or you are in a partnership, you're just like, okay, I agree to that. You need that moment where you can give your agreement. And I think you are so, I'm hearing that term, like, you are helpful to people, you're kind nature, but again, I'm feeling like something is protecting you. And it's like, so now I'm feeling it's like more on a soul perspective. It's like more learning. It's a learning opportunity, you could say. Yeah, I saw here some tears evenly. I would take a moment if there's something else. It's like when someone is praying for you and hope you are doing. It's like when a mother is watching her child, but you know you have just to let go, and will you make like the right steps? And yeah. Did someone ghost you or so, or did not treat you very well? Because I'm feeling a heavy energy, not the heavy energy, slightly, your first impulses are mostly the right. And I want to say, not just that you, yeah, there's nothing less or nothing more to say, like to conquer that and trust what your guts say, what your feelings say, and knowing that even if it's in the contrast of, and this is what I experienced is, I thought that the person who loved me was in this behavior, would stand up to it or stand tall for that, and would, and this is why sometimes you can fall out of place, and I don't want to why someone does that, why I don't want to why would someone choose to let drain the person you are loving. I don't want to like blaming someone for that behavior or to judge it. But in a way, and I've experienced that, and it has with the feeling that you make a difference. In my case, it was like that I make a difference. And standing and saying, no, there's a reason for that, why, and to setting boundaries, and because it can be really like, it can let yourself with the confusion, or when your heart, it's a moment when you know this is love, and yeah, but you create and radiate love, and I have a feeling that you create and radiate love with yourself, and I have a feeling this person is sent to you to I'm hearing more a gift from heaven for making a decision like that, to standing up tall for you and yourself when you feel like, okay, this is what it's like when you give yourself that moment and you acknowledge how you were treated, but then experiencing or reflecting that what you have given out was not what was met by the other person, and then it changes all, like the wheel of fortune. It's like in the tarot cards, it's like you change it and setting your boundaries and saying no and setting yourself first and trusting because this is the very first moment when you just say, okay, that's me and this is what I need, and whatever reason you have, and I understand that, and there are things and facettes I love about you, but I love that about you. But when I cannot being energetically in that moment where I can held in my sovereign and experiencing that freedom, then it should not be that I'm brave enough to say, I have to let you go. And it doesn't have to be, I don't want you to set this statement on your situation, because there's so many different, like in whatever situation, how do you experience, but it's okay to care for an energetic field of love, and to let yourself, to embrace an energetic field of love in yourself. And I'm seeing it, I was like, through all these messages, I see, yeah, 2 signs who are like a confirmation, but as well like, yes, this is a challenge for that pile. And I want to say and sit here for a moment with you. And it's like, you could imagine like I'm sitting next to you, and I just will embrace my right arm around you and just say and give you a hug, because all the love you give, you deserve. And that's what it is, serving yourself and giving yourself the opportunity to serve yourself the moment of love, not just a moment. And as we do all the choices, and we are doing it profoundly in every moment. And do now, when you have furthermore alongside experience that moment of silence, then you can be loud again in your own true innermost being. You are beautiful. You're so beautiful. And I think from that person, I know why she had tears, this divine feminine. I will say her to you, as I said before, because I think she could, as I feel by myself, that sometimes this can be heavy, but know that you are not alone. There was a huge, I think it's like the capacity into your own it's like when you experience that in a relationship and you do those kind of things right, and you do it right, and this, what you do is right, but it does not mean, and I've heard that for those of you who are experiencing like in every kind of way or expression or appearance, it is in a situation where you have like a heartbreak, or like giving yourself, like when you have to say, okay, I have to leave that situation. There's no drama to it, just saying, okay, you are you and I'm me, and it's not that we are individually, we are not good or fine, or we are not beautiful or lovable. We are just not meant for each other. We are not just like, there are points who are really important for each other, or for you as well here, who are contradiction and who give energetic contradicting disposals. And this is the hard way, or it's like, yeah, the hard way, like the heart. Like, even in those moments, know that your heart is guiding you. And I know when you have that kind of a break point, in the economic sense, we say break-even point, like let your heart break, let it in, let it crush, let it crash, because then the light and your strength comes out. Yeah. I think I will let the picture, I think I will let it be here. For all of you who received and perceived this kind of a heavier message, I want you to say that I'm seeing like flowers. Do something like gifting yourself like something, do something that really like an idea that feels good, and connecting to it, it will help you. It will help you so much. And I'm hearing let yourself experience a good one. It's like fine wine, like something like, yeah. And I'm now seeing bottling up. Let it all. Oh, there's like from a sound from Jay Chant, is her name, a song like Let It as a Rain Down. And it's like you let it rain, you let it all. Yeah, it's like connecting to your emotions and acting upon it. Yeah, I think you know that, all that. I have to say that you just know it, but you can all experience this. It's okay to be like as you are. I want to show you that perspective, that amethyst. Amethyst and the color violet are really good for transmuting and transforming, and maybe switching up your clothes, dancing with the divine. So I will, yeah. I hope you stay good, stay tuned, nourished, and let me know how it resonated with you, what facets of the reading facet you, to help you. You can create. I wish you all the best from this ocean of love, and that you can create, come into that moment where you can create everything and anything you ever want to. So yeah, I send you, dear solar angel. Okay. Dear solar angel, from one solar angel to another, that frequency of pure creativity, joy, and beauty. I would. I'm hearing free. Yes, be loud for yourself. Roar. So thank you for being present with me to let me read for you. I hope and wish you all the best, and bye. So yeah, coming out of the reading for pile number 3, who was, I would say, a little bit heavier. I would tune into it. I've cleared up myself, and we will look right. I'm seeing green as well, and special for this kind of pile is that the amethysts wanted to appear in your reading. So let's start. I'm hearing opening up your energetic field to another person, but don't be too harsh on yourself. No, why I'm seeing so much greenery. Yeah. Because you're a child of nature, someone who loves nature, and is really like his best version when he's, or she or them, when you are connecting consequently, sequentially with nature. It's important for you to know who you are creatively, but here on Earth, your Earth mission provides you that, or it's important. You have a huge sense for dancing, song rhythm, something that wants to be expressed, nurtured, that is not in connection with the outside forces, even more connected to your inner world, ability to rise up to to rise up. This is rise up. Your head area, I want to your word is rise up. Interesting, because for all the other parts I had it in total after I was drawing it, so yeah. You can sense energies and you know when someone or something is off. You give all your heart in a really, you are dancing. You love to create or to dance and to come into that fully, into that, you love to be, to give yourself fully. So that's why it's really important for you to create or being open. Some of you could be Asian, have Asian parents or connected to Asian areas soulfully and maybe have received restrictions. I mean, this is a stereotype and I don't want to use, it's like I was guided to, because here with the eyelids and like in an almond shape, you feel really beautiful and raw energy, raw nature. It's like when you would do a photograph, you would like really like, it doesn't have to be black and white. It's just like, you could just, through your bone structure and how your outlook is, you could just easily just bring a new otherworldly term on it. You would just, people could be like in awe or could fixate on it. But for you, it's important for your own self-care. It's important to withdraw yourself from time to time and even to, you don't take part in the generally societal noise, as you could say. Yeah. You're playing a huge role with your craftsmanship. I think you don't see yourself, or seeing yourself as someone who is really, I had to stop because the cap was falling down. Interestingly, I'm guided to use another color, and it's called Mellow Gold. Yeah. Wow. With the right color, your true color will come out. I'm seeing a lot of Asian. I'm hearing, girl, you're doing so good, so fine. It's so interesting because the beauty in the picture is like, it's not like really like very like soft and pastel, but in that strongness there's so much sensitivity, so much soul. At that moment of the reading, I can really say I'm so grateful, and I've sensed so many that I can read for you. There's so many beautiful souls who are entering the collective or have entered already of the solar angels, and I just want to say thank you for making that appearance. And for me, it's all when I can help you. For me, it's like I had to count when I can help you. It's the most you can, it's resourceful for you. You can connect again back to your own inner beauty, light and joy, and feel yourself even better, because this is all what it's needed. I think that your beauty comes out after with some patience. Yeah. It's so interesting because now I'm doing a signature. It could be as well that this picture will faster drawn than the others, but that doesn't mean, this is what I'm feeling. Your strength is like you have an ability to fastly but strongly I was interrupted while I was drawing your pile, and the message was strongly coming through. But while I was interrupted, I was rearranging the film setup so we could move further. There's the message. There's no energy or time or space more for what has held you back or what has hold your energy back. And it's like I'm not pretty sure if you did that, but have changed yourself for others. It's in the moment you grab that feeling, that what is like a pencil, and you take it and you go to the canvas and you say, and you make the choice, I would just use that feeling, what I'm feeling, even if it's pain, and I choose what leads my heart right away towards myself. And I was giving you the message in relation. I'm hearing now correlation with someone else. It could be a person, a parent, as I said before. And the person's higher self wanted to state, and the message was coming through to, in a way, like to apologize. And sometimes so many people, so many individuals have so many self-talks, negative self-talks, based on situations, relationships with others, with words who were said maybe just once, and but is worn heavy. And I'm hearing your heart is you are now in a place where you are not allowing anymore that your heart is worn out. And I have a feeling that this person is acknowledging that through that reading here, And I just wanted to say, like, I'm hearing like hi, to say hi, I'm sorry, but sorry not in an easy way, like in a really profound and knowingly way, that all what I did was not, that pain you carried was not meant yours to be carried, and you did a great and a right job to choose what felt right, and I'm sorry for not standing with you and or behind you, and maybe it felt like I was stabbing you in the back, really like said like that in a way, and all what you have felt, what has made you feel that you're an outsider, or I was not supporting you in a way you were supposed to be supported. I really want to say and state here, I'm sorry. And this is the message kind of right from the person. It's like she or he, and I'm hearing it's an older generation, wants to really point that out, and I want to underline it. And I know even maybe we cannot be, if it's someone who has passed away, we cannot be here in the earth realms, or we cannot, I know, I understand that sometimes, and even through my human perspective, I cannot understand fully what adjustments or measurements has to be done. But in a way I want to say, I don't ask for forgiveness. I think it's that for this person it's more important to state that, and to, because I heard, or I've read on text from a woman who was, I think it was on, it could be, the source could be Instagram, but she stated that someday her mother came to her and said, I'm sorry for challenged you more than I had to, more than I, with my own perception, my own beliefs, my own misconceptions, who were truly connected and sourced in myself. And you're beautiful as you are, and I think you're the hard contrast, because I'm seeing such a precious, such a unique soul, someone who's really like dearly knows what's right for you and for her. And I think this person would be it's kind of would be proud that you have gone your way and set boundaries, but in the right way. It's really like, I'm sorry, and it could be like a soul contract, but I know that in your human experience that sometimes doesn't helpful, because you have to go through that point where your mind or your heart is like, when you're opening up to yourself even more, and you have to hold integrity where this person couldn't. And she's saying you did that, and you did it, I don't want to say great job, but you did, because you allowed to feel good, feel appreciated. And it's interesting, now I'm seeing like the similarity from when you say appreciated and pressured, like that pressure. And he really wants you to know that you have all the right reasons to let me go, to just use yourself over, to prioritize you, to put yourself first. And like taking it easy, taking it lightly, like, and I'm seeing a ray of a lighter blue scale, and knowing that you are not the you are not a contradictionary, but you are not the contrast, you are not you are not the problem, and I want to acknowledge that. You are not the one who has to, maybe it was, I'm saying like an ancestry line, but I was supposed to, I'm hearing to break that, I was supposed to, but I have a feeling that with those kind of relations, sometimes like you're doing it together, and even And this is a really strong message. Even if I give you, and I'm here the raw smoky quartz, yes. I wanted to show you because I'm seeing like both colors. I'm seeing a color palette, like maybe I should arrange some like that, but yeah. I will give you another, because I have a book. It's like sometimes colors can speak more like words, or can speak as well. Do you see those kind of colors? And here we have the strong contrast or strong colors, and I know them. I'm so happy because I've learned a lot about Polynesian culture, and I would never say I've learned enough or but what I learned from the Polynesian culture is the colors and the wide open range. And here's a color. Here's a message that your colors of your soul are so needed. And as this person said before, she was holding you much longer back than she should. It's like whatever I did or what my reasons were for that in our human experience, I now understand. To acknowledge and see how hard it has to be, or it has gone for you to go that, because you wanted just to experience like your joy, your family, you wanted just to experience that, and to turn your back on someone you think who is there to love you, to I don't know why I'm getting emotional, because you are allowed not just to feel those emotions, but and this person, maybe she's the person who cries out, but you are allowed to receive this kind of family who's really for you. And the person sees, the higher self sees now that whatever you experience, whatever like cold shoulder you were given, or like mistreatment or misbehavior, you stayed for too long in that, too much longer than you had to. And I think your guides made sure that this would not happen longer than it was destined to be in your field. It's like a conclusion but I'm seeing like it's like maybe the person were scared or so that it would like she would lose you, or that aspect of you, or not being in your universe anymore. But through their behavior, they did that to themselves. They did to themselves that you had, or you reached a level of burden where you had to say, no, I have to go, I have to let. And this is like the mistreatment, or this is what the person is stating. It's like, I'm sorry for burden you with that decision to call it quits and to say, no, I have to go my way. And as much as I love you, and as much I appreciate all what you have done for me, I, as your child, and this is now you, you can always change the perspectives, but I'm feeling like this person is here. No, in that case, it's like, yeah. You would say, as a child, I have to go, or as the person, I have to go my own way. And not just your own way, it's like you choose the path. And why I was like getting emotional, because in that moment, you are allowed to experience community, to commune with someone lovingly, beautifully. And I have a feeling that there are souls waiting for you, that maybe you will show it to the world. And again, you're so beautiful. It's like it's interesting, because I want to get emotional. I want to let it. Maybe you want to do it there, but don't force yourself. It's okay. It's like you please don't say, oh no, don't, yeah, this is what the person wants to say to you. It's don't see it as a flaw about you. It's like the scars or what you or the wound I have yeah, now I'm sure, like, when a soul chooses to take a lesson and it's like you will meet another soul who will show you it. And I know you know that, but in a way, even if it was like a contract, it's like the person wants to come through, please do what is good for you. Maybe there's someone who's like unsure if they should do it, but the person is here, his status is like really underlining it. It's she or he wants to say, do what is good for you. Maybe the higher self has seen that, but please allow that good things come in. And it's like you're breaking free from those heavy clouds. I'm hearing a huge wave of goodness is coming in and is installed to, yeah. Now I'm seeing like so much joy and I'm feeling so happy. It's like it's like, okay, it's okay. And even if you're not experiencing that with a person, know that it's okay. It's okay to be free, to be sovereign, and to be, it's like when you're young and come into that young adult or teenage phase when you experience yourself as an own sovereign emotional being. And it's okay to do that. You don't have to, it's like there's like drawing or like pointed out limiting belief, like, why are you staying here for so long or even longer? Why are you doing that? And it's like, this is like why it's like that. And it doesn't have to be that you're in the wrong place. It's just acknowledging why are you yourself the person's higher self wants to help that and to give that information. To hope that this message helps you reach you in a way where it's not, sometimes it can be triggered and everyone is responsible for their own energetic being and perception. I cannot take responsibility for that, but I hope that it's reached you in the best kind of way, where you can, in a constructive way, can and I'm seeing like here big, sorry for the noise, because I was seeing here like a huge, it reminds me of the one's suit and the tarot cards I've created, a huge up level of your central, of your sacral chakra. Yes. Let that passion on, that was a limiting belief. That was, and it's like, it's now healed. Wow. I think this was your reading, and now I'm reminded how many people or tarot readers we are coming across, and I want to say, and I think it's like with the master and student relationship, I as by myself, and I know that the teaching itself, it's like you are learning from the audience. You as the audience, I learn from you so much with every encounter. Yeah. So, oh, I'm really grateful that you have come along. I have to close the cap. Yeah, it could be as well that maybe it will take time a little bit that you process, but it's okay to stay in a good relationship with yourself and have a, as well have a, it's like experiencing like a distance, but being distant doesn't mean that you are connected, and don't mean being like ghosting, what we understand with ghosting. Yeah, you're so beautiful. I really, you are like a princess or like queen. Yeah, like a princess. Thank you. So now I want to finalize. Yeah, we had a rise up, and now I was just throughout the drawing. I was that makes so sense. I mean, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. And I want to conclude that reading with that final message of what I was seeing today. After doing my yoga practice, I was seeing two hawks, and they were just flying with each other, and I was diving into that feeling, observing them and seeing them fly high. I was seeing that and just being present. What's kind of interesting is because we had the full moon in Aries, and the Aries energy is really like upfront and doing my way and doing it, and yeah, I'm searching for the right pen for the signature. Maybe you by yourself, it's like, okay, it's like experiencing or feeling a new you, like there's a new relation. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up higher, higher, rise up, rise up. And I hope, so we have dark violet and cooler blue. It's interesting because the colors are, do you see that? Yeah, I think you're a person, you came along and you are understanding, and yeah, you can match different energies and patience, and because I was like singing like that and doing that, there's trust and connection, and I have a feeling you have that skill and that gift of connection, and I found it. It's deep violet. Isn't it beautiful, because we had that, the dark violet and the cobalt blue, and it's like, I'm going deep. So I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's good. Do you even see that? So, Solar Angel, thank you for letting me read for you. And yes, rise up, rise up, rise up. This is my message for you today, and hope you have the greatest of all days, life experiences, and be blessed, and I wish you an ocean full of love. So, love you, and thank you for acknowledging this message. Bye.